Welcome to the Heartfire Rising podcast, personal growth in less than 5 minutes. I'm your host, Danielle Palli. Thank you for being here. So I was on a call the other day, and one of my colleagues had mentioned they were in the middle of a project and they had unexpected visitors. They were delighted. They stopped their work, they went, they were social, they came back at night, finished the project, no stress. I would have found that stressful as someone who needs to complete the project before I can go and do something social. It's not that one is better than the other. It's just a different approach to the world. I even made the joke, I used to be more spontaneous. I need more whimsy in my life. And he said, well, Danielle, you'd better get it on your calendar then. That's right. Friday from 8 to 10 a.m., be whimsical. It's funny because it's true. But this brings us to a Myers-Briggs personality facet, judging versus perceiving, how we approach the outside world. Now, we have both of these traits all the time, but typically we prefer one versus the other. For example, the judger is the planner. They like structure. When driving, they go from point A to point B. The perceiver is flexible, spontaneous, road not taken, going from point A to point D, circle back to point C, and finally arrive at point B, but thoroughly enjoying the journey. The judger, if they're cooking a meal, might have all the ingredients laid out ahead of time. The perceiver might get halfway through the recipe and realize they're missing an ingredient and either have to go to the store or make a substitution. The judger, work then play, likes to have clear decisions and a clear conclusion. The perceiver can work, interrupt with play, and go back to work. Likes to keep things open-ended until they've weighed their options. So why does this matter? Because in work and personal life, communication, workflow, collaboration becomes easier when you understand how you operate as well as the people around you. For example, if you're on vacation with someone and one person likes to have a concrete plan from start to finish, and the other likes to go with the flow and just see what's around the next bend, well, they're more likely to stress each other out and not relax on that vacation. Knowing the differences, you can kind of meet in the middle. All right, before the end of the vacation, these are 3 things I'd like to see, and leave everything else open-ended. And they both learn how to flex for the other person. In a work situation, say you're planning a project, and at the end of a call, a judger is going to want to have a clear action plan. These are the next steps. Here are the deadlines. The perceiver is more likely to be stressed if they have to come to a conclusion and have a tight deadline until they've figured everything out, had time to process the information. And even then, again, the deadlines, if they're a little more flexible, works better for that personality type. Knowing that, you can make adaptations for one another. So the judger is going to understand that the perceiver is approaching the project differently. It's going to get done, but they're going to take it in a different direction. The judger would need to be more flexible and understand that. The perceiver, likewise, knows, hey, if I don't promise these certain deadlines to the judger, it's going to stress them out. So in that way, you learn how to collaborate better. And in some cases, we learn the opposite trait, knowing ourselves, in order to make things a little easier. Hence my joke, I need to be more whimsical. I need to be more spontaneous. It's not to say that I haven't done spontaneous, sometimes impulsive things, but my preference usually falls toward judging. So, optional action item for today is just consider these facets, judging, perceiving. Which are you more likely to adopt? What is your preference? And in that preference, how has it worked to your advantage in work and personal life? And in what way would using that opposite preference and learning some of those skills work to your advantage? As always, thanks for being here. Until next time, take care of yourself.